I'm Judy Richard, founder and CEO of Notes for You. Thank you for taking the time to be here. Today, I want to introduce you to mortgage note investing, a real estate backed strategy focused on income generation, collateral protection, and disciplined acquisitions. Our focus is on acquiring discounted mortgage notes secured by residential and commercial real estate across select U.S. markets. Many long term investors are rethinking where they allocate capital. Traditional fixed income investments often struggle to keep pace with inflation, which can steadily erode their purchasing power. Public markets remain volatile and unpredictable, and direct real estate ownership can create operational burdens, tenant issues, maintenance responsibilities, and management fatigue. As a result, many are looking for alternative strategies that provide passive income opportunities while still maintaining real estate collateral backing. That's where mortgage note investing can offer a different approach. Today's market conditions are creating attractive opportunities in mortgage notes. Higher interest rates have increased pressure across portions of the lending market. Institutional sellers continue to liquidate distressed or non-core assets, which creates opportunities to acquire mortgage debt at discounted pricing relative to collateral value. At the same time, distressed asset inventory continues to rise in certain markets, creating additional acquisition opportunities for experienced note investors. So, how do we approach these opportunities in a thoughtful and scalable way? At Notes for You, our approach centers around being in the lender position, not the landlord position, which means we own the debt, not the property itself. We are a lien lord, not a landlord. We invest in mortgage debt, not property management. We focus on the loan, the collateral, and the path to resolution. The assets are professionally managed through licensed third party servicing companies, allowing for a more passive investment structure for investors. We view this as a bank style approach to real estate backed investing. Let me briefly walk you through how the process works. Investor capital is used to acquire discounted mortgage notes secured by real estate collateral. Borrowers can either continue making payments, reinstate loans, refinance, sell the property, or the asset moves through another structured resolution path. As those resolutions occur, investor capital can generate cash flow, loan payoff proceeds, or asset resolution income. That structure creates multiple potential paths to resolution and income generation. So, what type of assets do we target? We target discounted mortgage assets acquired below estimated collateral value. We primarily focus on first lien lender positions purchased at a conservative basis, meaning we seek to buy well below the property's estimated value. Basis is one of the most important risk management tools in note investing. Our preferred opportunities are often owner occupied or equity challenged assets located within select primary and secondary U.S. markets. On the residential side, we typically focus on properties ranging from approximately 50 to 500,000 in as-is value. For commercial assets, our focus generally ranges from approximately 250,000 to about $5 million. Asset selection is only part of the equation. The real value comes from how we evaluate and structure acquisitions. Our acquisition strategy is built around several key principles. We focus on discounted institutional acquisitions and foreclosure efficient jurisdictions where the legal timelines are more predictable. We target both residential and commercial collateral depending on the opportunity. Every asset is evaluated using conservative pricing, downside awareness, and a clear resolution strategy. And that's exactly why we operate with clearly defined investment guardrails. Risk management is extremely important in note investing. At Notes for You, we operate with a defined set of investment guardrails where we focus on first lien positioning only. Every asset undergoes independent collateral review, and we maintain conservative acquisition standards. We utilize licensed third-party servicing oversight and maintain asset-level insurance protections where appropriate. In addition, we work with legal and compliance professionals and maintain diversified acquisition sourcing to help manage portfolio risk. Those guardrails reflect how we invest. Our investment philosophy is simple: protect capital first. Everything begins with basis, collateral quality, and downside awareness. We focus on acquiring assets below intrinsic collateral value whenever possible, and first lien real estate positions because they provide stronger control and collateral protection. Long-term alignment also matters, both with investors and with the overall investment strategy. This strategy is not built around speculation, it's about prudent real estate backed investing. That philosophy shapes how we evaluate potential resolution outcomes. One of the strengths of mortgage note investing is that each asset may have multiple potential resolution paths. Some borrowers will reinstate their loans and resume payments. Others may refinance or pay off the loan. Some situations are resolved through cash for keys. And in certain cases, foreclosure and asset liquidation may become necessary. Every asset is evaluated individually with a borrower first mindset whenever possible. Of course, where those assets are located can have a major impact on how those resolutions play out. Our primary markets are based on several important factors. We focus on states with favorable foreclosure frameworks, stable housing demand, established legal infrastructure, and scalable acquisition opportunities. Market selection matters because timelines, costs, and outcomes vary significantly by jurisdiction. At Notes for You, our experience spans multiple market cycles dating back to 1993. Our approach combines distressed asset acquisition expertise, disciplined underwriting, conservative basis pricing, and professional third-party infrastructure. We believe in a long-term, collateral-focused investment philosophy centered around capital preservation and prudent risk management. Our goal is to preserve capital, manage risk, and execute effective resolutions. And behind that strategy is both my experience and the professional infrastructure supporting the business. My name is Judy Richard, and I'm the founder and CEO of Notes for You. My background includes real estate investing, foreclosure auctions, private money lending, distressed asset acquisitions, and mortgage note investing. Over the years, I've gained experience across both the operational and strategic sides of mortgage note investing. At Notes for You, we also work with a growing operational support team that assists with portfolio management, operations, and marketing coordination. Successful note investing also depends on having the right third-party infrastructure in place. While I lead the investment strategy and acquisitions, successful note investing requires experienced third-party infrastructure. We work with attorneys, professional servicing companies, title professionals, and collateral reviewers, insurance providers, and other specialists to support asset management and compliance. Experienced professionals also provide oversight, efficiency, and execution. To help illustrate how this works in practice, let's look at a few case studies. This case study reflects a performing note acquisition in Converse, Texas. This asset was acquired at a discounted basis relative to both legal balance and estimated property value. The strategy here focused on maintaining borrower cash flow while working toward a refinance resolution over time. This type of structure can provide ongoing cash flow and future resolution upside. Current projections indicate approximately $111,000 in potential resolution upside on this performing note. This example involves a non-performing note secured by property in Georgetown, Texas. The borrower was deceased, it was a reverse mortgage, and the asset required a foreclosure-oriented resolution strategy. The discounted acquisition created the opportunity for recovery through foreclosure, doing a light rehab, and then a resale. This Spartanburg, South Carolina asset represents a reperforming loan scenario. The borrower resumed payments under structured repayment terms while foreclosure rights remained in place just in case they were necessary. Reperforming notes can provide attractive cash flow while remaining secured by the underlying real estate. So, after looking at a few real-world examples, let's step back and look at how investor capital flows through the overall process. First, investor capital is used to acquire discounted mortgage notes. Borrowers then either make payments or the asset moves through a structured resolution process. The process may ultimately generate cash flow, loan payoff proceeds, or liquidation proceeds depending on the outcome. So, who is typically attracted to this type of investment strategy? We work with investors seeking passive real estate backed income opportunities. That may include self directed IRA investors, professionals, business owners, experienced real estate investors, and individuals seeking alternative income strategies. Investments may be made through cash accounts, retirement accounts, brokerage accounts, or self directed IRAs depending on the structure. Many investors are attracted to the lender position structure and the passive nature of professionally managed mortgage assets. And depending on the opportunity, there are several ways investors may choose to participate. That may include joint ventures, asset level participation, or other relationship based investment structures. Every investment is designed to align interests based on the specific opportunity. And as with any investment strategy, it's important to understand both the opportunities and the risks involved. Asset performance varies, real estate values fluctuate, borrower outcomes are not guaranteed, and resolution timelines can vary depending on market conditions and jurisdictions. Past performance should never be considered indicative of future results. We believe transparency, disciplined underwriting, and prudent risk management are essential. With that said, let me close by summarizing what drives our approach at Notes for You. Throughout this presentation, 4 principles have remained consistent: selective acquisitions, conservative basis pricing, capital preservation, and long-term alignment. Those principles guide every investment decision we make. If you'd like to learn more about mortgage note investing or discuss potential opportunities, I'd be happy to connect with you. My contact information is on the screen. Thank you for your time. I truly appreciate the opportunity to introduce you to Notes for You.